How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? You're here with the Media Prince on behalf of Massov TV, and I'm here with the queen herself, Miss Somaya Reece.
Thank you
man,
for
when I tell you
having me.
she does it all, serial entrepreneur, TV personality, Forbes investor. You're making it happen. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm great. You see this intro? I'm doing really good. I'm loving DC. The weather is beautiful. Woke up. I am blessed. I have family. I have health. I feel great.
You look great.
Yeah, I feel great.
So you are currently taking the world by storm. So we of course we fell in love with you from Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, thank you.
You started Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
And now you're back.
Yes.
It's full circle. How does it feel now to be back home to Love and Hip Hop?
It feels great. You know, when I left the franchise, I was asked to come back a couple of times, but it just didn't exactly time properly. So it didn't happen. And this was perfect timing. It made sense. It's the return of the OGs. Yes. And you can't have a season 10 OG without Somaya Reece.
Exactly.
So, you know, I think me and you know, the original season 1 cast, you know, we really did our thing, and it was the birth of the Love and Hip Hop franchise.
And then outside of
great.
Love and Hip Hop, you've been able to manifest and do some great things outside of it and become a thriving force in the entrepreneur world. And your bank has gotten much bigger. So
yeah. Started from the attic, now we here.
So tell me, how has life been outside of that? Because you've been able to progress and manifest so much more outside of Love and Hip Hop.
Right. Well, prior to Love and Hip Hop, I started my career as a comedic actress, and I also pioneered social media from MySpace. I was the #1 most friended artist, the first one to be offered a multi-million-dollar record deal and brought into MySpace for a record deal. And I always had a vision. I knew I wanted to be in the entrepreneur space, but, you know, being a young girl from South Central, you know, as a maid, no connections in Hollywood, I didn't know anyone, and, you know, trying to knock on every door and every single one of them being shut in my face, it was difficult, but I held on to my faith, and I walked by faith, not by sight. And I walked with my heart and not by sight. So I didn't care aesthetically what it looked like. That's why on Love and Hip Hop season 1, you see that, I mean, I lived in an attic. I was broke. I had no money. I did not have fancy clothes. I clothed myself with the best that I could put together for myself. But I didn't care what it looked like to the world. Everyone made fun of me for it, but I didn't care. And because I didn't care, fast forward, now I'm coming back, season 10, and self-made multimillionaire. And, you know, I mean, I'm doing it for that, you know, that little girl, you know, in South Central, that young man in the Bronx, you know, and everybody that is a dreamer and they don't know where to start. And all of us have to start somewhere, you know, and that's really my biggest mission. And another really huge kind of something that's very important to me is to show people that you can heal. You can do the inner work, manifest, meditate, heal.
Love it. And
love is the answer.
Amen.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that, right?
Love is the answer.
So you know, you are the CEO of the Get Slim Detox Tea.
Yes.
So how did you even get into the entrepreneur world? Like, what was the first steps? How did you say, you know what, we making it happen?
Sure. Well, I asked a lot of people if I could kind of shadow them, and if I could sit in their office and learn. And I was fortunate that after proving my worth, because a lot of things that I understand now in this space, you have to create value. You have to have values for someone to be interested in working with you. So I had a lot of value because I had a large internet presence. I was the first social media influencer, because before it was called social media influencer, it was really me asking people to shadow them. I was able to intern for a lot of people, did a lot of research. Google is your friend. I tell people all the time, do not sleep on it. Barnes & Noble, books, took college courses, went to school, took holistic health. I really put in the work to understand where I could position myself in entrepreneurial space, because that's what I wanted to be. I truly wanted to embody Somaya Boss Reece. Remember, that's what I used to call myself?
Yes.
Drop the boss, because that's what I am now. Now it's just Somaya Reece.
I love it.
But it took a long time, a lot of no's, and eventually, fast forward now, I have a team of 10 very strong investors in the billions, collectively, and 2 of them who are billionaires, that I was allowed to, I had to prove my worth.
Right.
And I believe, I don't ask for handouts. I'm like, let me prove my worth. I am an intelligent woman. I do not need to use my body or use anything else other than my intelligence and my work ethic to show you that I'm really wanting to learn. Amen. And they said yes, and now they are my business partners.
I love it.
So this is a long journey. It's not like something that happened. So it's been 10 years of just knocking down the doors, and so if a door doesn't open, you gotta knock it down.
Amen.
Simple.
That's simple. I love it, and I'm glad that you said that it takes hard work.
It does.
Because thanks to the new day and age of social media, everybody thinks they can do the entrepreneurship world.
Right, and now.
How important was it to make sure you really did your research and your homework on how to manifest and grow in this world?
Well, it was actually everything. Without it, you will not manifest or grow. Once I dove into my spirituality, then things really started to take a shift. Once I learned that I needed to be right within and also right with the universe and God, that things started to manifest for me a lot quicker. And it is true, there's a lot of people believe that, when I get on, I'm gonna just can I cuss? Yeah, okay. When people be like, I'm gonna shit on my haters, that's not the right attitude, because then you're doing this from a space of ego. Right. You're not doing from a space of I just want to do better. Listen, people that are really successful, we're not worried about anybody else. We don't care.
Amen.
However, in the beginning, it's like that. You don't want to prove to people yo, you see me now, but they see you without you having to speak. So it's very important that you put that to the side and truly give commitment to wanting to manifest your vision. If you have to do a vision board, write it down, think about it every day, visualize it, close your eyes, meditate. I really got into crystal healing. I got into a lot of just really diving into what people would, as you saw my show, you saw that I had my, spiritual reality, I think they called it, episode. I believe that by bringing a calm space, as you saw, even though the girls were not in the right, they were at odds, there were no fists thrown.
Right.
Because I brought them a very calm space, and I don't judge them, and I just want them to, they don't have to reconnect. That's the wrong way to look at things. A lot of it just really came from you just kind of work on your own inner peace and harmony, and you just continue to plant the seeds with other people, and then that manifests into something else, and it just keeps growing.
And I think that the dope part about watching your growth is just watching you just become such a vessel of just good energy.
Yeah.
And we've watched that throughout your career. How did you first step into that of knowing okay, this is what I need to work on and this is how I'm gonna get myself there?
Right. I realized that my purpose in life was to share my story of struggle in order to inspire, motivate other people. The day that my prayers were answered, and that was truly the day that I was able to retire my mother and father.
Amen.
I prayed so hard when I was living in the hood, when I had nothing, and I would just pray to God. I'm like, please, I have this incredible platform, just please let me make it to help them get out of here. And I promise, it's the same prayer I would say, if the day that I become successful, I do not want to do this in vanity. I do not want to do this in vain. I don't care for money to do bad things. I just want to, I promise that if I become successful and I'm able to help my parents, I will always spread good word. I will be the vessel and poster child for all who have been told you will never be anybody. And I will use my platforms for good, and that's what I do. So that's how I know that's my purpose in life.
And the great thing also too to add to that is you are an example of manifestation on yourself.
Yes.
On putting in.
Like I believe when people think I'm crazy, I believe.
You also an example of speaking the goodness into existence.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's happening.
Right.
And speaking of goodness, you see how amazing she looks, right?
Oh, thank you.
Tell us about this tea, because a brother needs to get some.
I got you. I brought you some. I'm not trying to say you need it, but listen, I brought it for you. Well, you know, in season 2, I had gained a lot of weight. I was suffering a lot of depression. And instead of people asking me like, hey, are you okay? The media just went crazy and made fun of me. By millions of people were making fun of me for it. And I really turned that downfall into a weight loss journey. So what I did is that this recipe is actually a little homemade recipe that we used to do at home with my mom and my sister. A lot of Latin households, Caribbean households. Yes, Caribbean households don't play that. They know all their detox recipes. So we created this at home, and it was really truly just, you know, for detox purposes and also for weight loss. So I fine-tuned it. I worked with holistic doctors, medical doctors, a lot of maybe the people that are really into the holistic healing world. And we created the recipe. I literally just said, you know what? F you to all my haters. Watch when I lose weight. And I'm going to do something dope with it. Hey. And that's what I did. I created a blog. I started blogging about it, day 1, pound 1, put it on YouTube. So can't nobody say anything about my weight loss. I struggled with it. It's been a struggle. Even though it's been many years, it's still always a struggle. Every winter I gain 10, 15 pounds and then I lose it. You know, it's normal. This is what I've learned, is that it's normal.
Right.
It's okay. But what's not okay is when you're not healthy. And when you have an unhealthy mind, your body's affected. If you're not eating foods that are raising your vibrations, that's another big thing too. So when I created this with all natural ingredients so that not only can help you lose weight, but you detox your body and you raise your vibrations. And then that's where I created also the other tea that's there called the calming tea. It's to raise the vibes. You take it when you're feeling unbalanced. And it became a multi-million-dollar empire within months.
You hear this? Okay. And I think what also is a nice note to you is that the authenticity shows.
Yeah.
So people want to get into it because they see that you're authentically letting people know, I'm still a work in progress as well.
Every day.
And it's, you know, take this with me. We're going to do this together. And that's why it's becoming so big.
Yeah, so absolutely.
The woman you are now, you've been able to come back into Love and Hip Hop, New York. How does it feel being back in that space, being as though you have been able to evolve so much now? And of course the show has grown, but being back in it, how does it feel being the woman you are now compared to seasons 1 and 2?
To season 1 and 2. Well, I'm still the woman with dreams. I'm still the young girl with dreams, because that little girl with dreams always lives inside of me. I still have big dreams, and I'm still a hustler. I'm still a grinder. So that never went away. But to be quite honest with you, it's really good to see all the girls, you know, and, you know, they might have difficulties amongst themselves, but again, I don't judge them for it. You know, it's just good to see them. And, you know, I hope that whatever I can do to help, that it helps. And if it doesn't, it's okay. Not everyone should be forced to grow. Not everyone should be forced to think differently. So my purpose on being there is really just showing everyone what my progress is and how much inner growth and inner work I've done, because it takes commitment.
Amen.
Commitment is required. If you truly want peace and harmony, it is achievable. It takes time. We are now, you know, you have to think about like our parents. Our parents suffered traumas, so then they bring them onto us, and then we manifest them and bring them to our children, and it just keeps going. So I said, no more. I am cutting the cord. I am not bringing that trauma down. I'm healing my own trauma, and that's what I want to show people. I'm breaking generational curses. It's over. I do not want to be in that space anymore, but I took the initiative to really want to do that, but it's been a long road. It doesn't happen overnight, you know, and it doesn't mean that I'm perfect. And, you know, I think some people think like, people that do find the peace are like, oh, it's always peace and love. No, it's not. It's not rainbows and lollipops. It's a constant work in progress. But if you put in the work, anything can be achieved.
Amen.
So
Amen.
it feels great. You know, I've been doing business back and forth in New York for a long time. I had a warehouse actually out in Jersey for a long time. So it feels good. You know, I wasn't really sure how it was going to work, to be honest with you. But, you know, everyone's doing their thing. And, you know, regardless of whatever issues we had in the past, I don't hold any grudges. And if anyone holds any against me, I wish them healing. I don't wish them anything negative. So
I love that.
Yeah.
You can see that growth in the season. And the thing I like too about the season is you actually get to see that you have actually created something to where you know how it's certain people on the show that you can tell they need the show.
Yeah, I don't need the check.
You don't need it anymore. And it shows that I'm here to really just share my story, my progress, and hopefully to inspire somebody that's watching me.
Yes.
And how does it feel though?
That's the vessel.
Being able to be like,
The
of
vessel.
course we don't want to throw no shade, but the fact that you're able to come back to a situation and be in a better place than a lot of people that are on the show and still have a better attitude than those places that people that are in worse places than you on the show and are causing such chaos.
I mean, I just, again, like there's power in planting seeds. You know, I am completely validate. I validate everyone's feelings, respect everyone's feelings and where they're at in life. And it is not, how could I preach to become better, to become peaceful, to become harmonic within you if I am sitting there saying, remember what you said about me? Like,
Right.
how I would not be a good example of what I'm doing. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody falls, everybody goes through something. Like, can nobody talk about nobody because we've all been through something?
Amen.
So therefore, like, if there's anything I can do to help, I hope that anyone takes me up on it, and I will do that for them. So, you know, I'm not really looking to, because I know a lot of people are like hoping I would come back with an insane vengeance, but that's not my job. Karma is not my job. That,
Amen.
you know, pulls up to people's
Message.
doors daily, and I don't have nothing to do with that.
Amen. Amen. What do you think your 3 keys to success has been thus far?
Walking by faith and not sight. If you hold on to your faith, like, I know I can do this, you will go far.
I see somebody shouting right now and
Yeah.
watching you hear you say
Yes, like, you can't see with your eyes sometimes because they're deceiving. Drive and determination, I know those are 2 things, but they really go hand in hand. You will not have any drive if you're not determined. You cannot be determined without the drive. You have to really believe in those 2 things. And the third, really a true key to success is you absolutely have to want it and be ready to go hard and lose everything along the way.
Amen.
I family, friends, lovers got jealous of me. There are so many people that I lost. People will be like, oh, you don't want to go party on a Friday? And I'm like, I don't. I want to stay home. I research. People will text me, oh, there's a brunch on Sunday. I was like, on Sunday. I said, I'm sorry, I have to stay home and research. Anyone that knows me knows that I live to research. I am constantly learning new medical news and holistic healing in the teas that I'm doing. And it is very important that you do that. Those are the top 3 things. I mean, there's so many more to them, but those are the top 3. And if I can add a 4th, I would say that it's really important to detach yourself from anybody that doesn't support you. I don't care who it is. If my mama wasn't supporting me, I would say, I'm sorry, mama, but I can't talk to you about this right now.
People are shout. I know they shout. I felt that. People that slammed the laptop down. They're like, you know what?
You have to detach, because what happens is with energy, right? I believe in energy, in harmonic energy as well. If let's say you were like, Somaya, I got this idea that I want to blog from, I don't know, the top of a building that like you're not allowed to be in, right? But we're not going to tell nobody. We're just going to do these secret blogs. I would probably tell you, listen, let's not get arrested doing this, okay? But I wouldn't shut down your dream.
Right.
But most people would be like, yeah, yo, you're crazy.
Right.
What? First of all, you can't get in the building. Second of all, this, that, like, how you know? How do you know?
Facts.
And if you allow that to get into your head, because remember, when we are vulnerable and we have these dreams, it's very easy for people to manipulate you to believe that you can't make it happen. Because the social programming of like, hi, I'm going to get up every day and work 9 to 5, and your ideas are crazy as an entrepreneur, and you're never gonna make it. Well, guess what? People that are entrepreneurs like us think out of the box. So I would say like, okay, well, here's some steps of what we should probably do, because that's a supportive friend. The people that are not supporting you, you've got to cut the cord. Now, some people you could just detach, you know, but some people you might have to cut off completely. I have literally had people that I thought were the closest to me hate on me on the low by saying little things, you know, the little digs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you gonna wear that? Oh, I mean, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of cute. Oh, you gonna cut your hair? I guess. Yeah, but it's okay. Like, so are you with me or are you not with me?
Facts.
Because then when that does is that takes away your focus, and then now you absorb their negative energy, and that's real. Energy and transfer of energy is very real. So when you're around people that are positive, don't you feel better?
Amazing.
And then when you're around people that are not, you feel down.
Right.
So that's proof in the pudding. Detach, cut the cord, do whatever you gotta do. I did it. I have no regrets, and I am obviously where I'm at now.
Amen. When I tell y'all I'm such a fan of this queen, I'm like, and the dope part is being a fan, watching you, just being able to sit here and just to see, I can feel the growth. And like you said, it's an energy thing.
It is.
I can feel it beams off you without even even doing anything.
Thank you.
So your conglomerate keeps getting bigger. What's next for Miss Somaya Reece?
Well, I'm going to do a wealth and management tour, fitness, health, and healing tour. And we're going to do that across the U.S. I just did my first wealth management speech at my financial firm. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but at my financial firm, Morgan Stanley, which nobody is allowed to come speak there, do anything. And I did that in a building full of billionaires. And this little girl from South Central that people didn't believe in did that.
Amen, amen.
And so I will be doing that across the U.S. And with my health and healing tour, we're hoping to show people that you can heal, and at the same time, I want to help people, you know, not so much getting shape for vanity, but just because I care about you, and I care about myself, and I care for your health. And I am also investing into small businesses and larger businesses. I'd like to put money back into our community. I'd like to be a part of economic growth. And I'd like to specifically and particularly put money behind people that are of our color.
I love it.
So I am a big fan of that. I wish I had a Somaya Reece in my life. So now I want to be that to somebody.
Amen.
So if I could pay it forward, and if I could be in any way of a mentor, somebody that can help you in any way, I'm there for you. And so investing in small businesses is a big deal. You make Kate Toth, which is here. She is one of the companies that I have invested behind. She's a master numerologist, which the calming tea is actually something that she has with her spiritual kits. And it again goes with our spirituality and health and healing.
Right.
So this is all a part of what I want to do. And we're just going to keep growing when it comes to that. Tech Talks.
Hey.
I will be teaching people financial literacy, the real way of doing it, not those Instagram ads of like, oh, you can make money from home or become a millionaire. That it's not going to happen. It doesn't work like that. The real tea on how it works, it's a lot. It's other steps. The real tea on how it works, it takes a lot of other things. But those are like my top things. Really, truly just diversifying the portfolio in any way possible that makes sense to me and that makes sense to other people.
I love her. I'm loving the woman I'm seeing today.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
I'm so excited for your growth. But since you started loving hip hop, I want to test your hip hop head.
Okay.
So it's this game I play with everybody I interview. It's called Either Or.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw some hip hop legends to you.
Okay.
Right? The person you name exists.
Okay.
The person you don't name never existed, never had a music catalog.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you 2 passes that you could just say pass, okay?
Okay.
Tupac or Biggie?
Wait, they both had catalogs. So how does this work? Hold on. You gonna explain this to me on this one?
So the person you name stays. The person you don't name never existed.
Oh, come on. Tupac. It's Biggie Day, so Biggie.
Okay, Biggie. Okay.
It's Biggie Day.
Okay, Jay-Z or Nas?
Oh, I love Nasir.
Okay. J. Cole or Eminem?
Eminem.
Okay.
But J. Cole, why you do that? You know, this is hard. Okay? This is hard. You can't, shit on my J. Cole. Y'all sleeping on J. Cole too.
Okay, Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Drake is my friend. So Drake.
Okay. Kanye West or Lil Wayne?
Oh. Oh man, so Lil Wayne is just incredible. Kanye is incredible. Lil Wayne.
Okay. Andre 3000 or Common?
Common, my baby daddy, if I went there. Wow, Andre 3000 was hitting it. Common though, because I don't know, they're both actors.
And mind you, get a pass, you get 2 passes.
2 passes. Can I get a lifeline? Common or Andre?
So Andre it is.
Andre's great.
Okay. Let's do 2 Chainz or Future.
2 Chainz.
Okay. So let's switch to the females. Actually, no, let's do one more.
Okay.
T.I. or Ludacris?
Oh, really? Really? Ludacris.
Okay.
Luda.
Hey, let's do the females.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj or Remy Ma?
Remy.
Okay. Lil' Kim or Trina?
Lil' Kim and Trina, because that's my girl. Both of them is my girls. So I got to get a pass all the way.
Okay. Eve or Foxy Brown?
Eve.
Okay. Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B?
Cardi.
Okay. We're going to do one last one. Missy Elliott.
Missy.
Or Lauryn Hill?
Missy.
Okay.
Missy off top.
Okay.
Everything Missy does is dope.
Hey.
Missy, everything Missy. Missy's like, can you work it? Reverse it. Do you know
I've been trying to figure out what is she saying right
just
there?
basically she flips it and reverse it and just does that flipped.
I feel like we're not going to ever figure that out, but it's a classic.
Yeah, everything Missy does is dope. She stands the test of time. Lauren is obviously amazing, Miss Education. Like, she's everything about her is just so amazing, but I have always been such a huge Missy Misdemeanor fan.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
I got one more. Queen Latifah or MC Light?
I'm going to say Queen Latifah because she is also an actress, Maybelline, total entrepreneur,
Amen.
and that's a space that I like to be in.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen.
But the light is it. But
hey.
yeah, I'm going to give it to Queen Latifah.
This was Somaya Reece, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Please let them know where they can follow you at, where they can get everything at.
Yes, so you can follow me on Instagram, Somaya Reece, and that's SOMAYAREECE. And you can find all of my products, a lot of information about me, including my weight loss story on my website. And that is also my company website where you can get the calming tea and the Get Some Detox tea. ShopThisFitsMe.com.
Hey, yeah. And catch her every Monday.
Every Monday on Love and Hip Hop Season 10. The OGs are back.
Looking amazing.
But I'm the OG season 1. It's only a couple of us on there that are OGs for real.
But that's the, I want to leave off with, that's the nod. You created something.
Yes.
That has manifested into an Atlanta version, a Miami version. So when I say the GOAT right here,
yes,
what we love to see, you started this.
Yes,
I thank you.
Season
for
1,
yeah,
the whole season 1 shenanigans started it.
Well, this was Media Prince, Massov TV.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for talking to us, and we're gonna get into this tea. This is Media Prince, Massov TV.
Hey.